Hey everyone, and welcome back to Fix and Cruise, the channel where we help you diagnose your car troubles and get you back on the road without breaking the bank. So, your car is acting up. Maybe it's taking forever to start, idling like it's about to stall, or maybe it just feels sluggish. You plug in your scanner, and there it is, the dreaded P0340 trouble code. This code points to a problem with the Camshaft Position Sensor circuit for Bank 1. Now, your first instinct might be to just buy a new sensor and throw it in there. But hold on. While that's a common cause, it's not the only one. Today we're diving deep into the 5 most common causes of the P0340 code, from the simple stuff you can check in minutes, to the more complex issues. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on more car maintenance tips. Let's pop the hood and get to work. Number 1. The camshaft position sensor itself. Alright, let's start with the most obvious suspect, the camshaft position sensor, or CMP. Think of this little guy as a hall monitor for your engine. Its job is to tell the engine's brain, the ECM, the exact rotational position of the camshaft. This is critical for timing your fuel injection and spark. When this sensor fails, it might send a weak signal, an erratic signal, or no signal at all. The ECM detects this lack of communication and throws the P0340 code. So why do they fail? Well, they live in a harsh environment. Over time, intense heat, vibrations, and oil contamination can cause the internal electronics to break down. The good news is, this is often a relatively cheap and easy fix. It's usually held in by just one bolt. Disconnecting the battery for safety. Unplugging the electrical connector from the sensor. Unscrewing the single bolt. Gently wiggling and pulling the old sensor out. Wiping the area clean. Putting a dab of fresh oil on the new sensor's O-ring, inserting the new sensor and tightening the bolt. For many of you, replacing this sensor will solve the problem. But if it doesn't, don't worry, we're just getting started. Number 2. Wiring and connector issues. Before you even buy that new sensor, you should always check this next cause, because it might save you some money. The problem might not be the sensor itself, but the pathway that carries its signal, the wiring, and the connector. Over the years, this wiring can become brittle and crack from the engine's heat. It can rub against a bracket and fray, or a hungry rodent might decide your wiring harness looks like a tasty snack. It happens more than you think. First, give the connector a good wiggle. Is it loose? Make sure it clicks firmly into place. Then, unplug it and inspect the pins inside. Are the pins inside? Are they green and corroded? Are they bent or pushed back? Any of these issues can disrupt the signal. A simple fix here is to clean the contacts with some electrical contact cleaner. If you find a broken or frayed wire, you'll need to repair it properly with a good splice and heat shrink tubing to seal it from the elements. A simple visual inspection here can solve the mystery. Number 3. Timing chain, belt problems. Okay, we've checked the electronics. Now it's time to talk about the mechanical side of things. If your camshaft and crankshaft aren't perfectly synchronized, the signal from the camshaft position sensor won't make sense to the ECM. Even if the sensor and wiring are perfect, this synchronization is handled by either a timing belt or a timing chain. If a timing belt has stretched and skipped a tooth, or if a timing chain has stretched and the tensioner has failed, this delicate dance gets thrown off. How can you tell if this might be your issue? Well, a P0340 code, accompanied by a distinct rattling sound from the front of your engine on startup, is a huge red flag for a timing chain issue. This is a much more serious and labor-intensive repair. It often involves removing a significant portion of the engine's front end. If you suspect your timing is off, and you're not an experienced DIYer, This is one of those times we recommend taking it to a trusted professional. Getting this wrong can lead to catastrophic engine damage. Number 4. The plot twist. A faulty crankshaft sensor. Here's a scenario that often confuses many people. The code clearly indicates a problem with the Camshaft Position Sensor, but sometimes the real issue lies with its counterpart, the Crankshaft Position Sensor, CKP. Why is this the case? The Engine Control Module, ECM, continuously compares the signals from both sensors to ensure accurate engine timing. If the crankshaft position sensor malfunctions or sends erratic signals, the ECM detects a mismatch. It struggles to interpret the conflicting data, and in many vehicles, its programming will flag the camshaft sensor circuit with a specific error code. It's akin to two people telling you different times. You know one must be wrong, but you're not sure which one it is. Sometimes, the ECM makes the wrong assumption. Therefore, if you've already replaced the cam sensor, thoroughly checked the wiring, and are confident that your mechanical timing is correct, you should next examine the crankshaft position sensor. It is frequently the hidden cause behind that persistent error code. Number 5. The Engine Control Module, ECM. Finally, we come to the last resort, the component we all hope we can avoid, the Engine Control Module, ECM. The ECM is responsible for managing numerous functions within your vehicle, including the coordination of engine timing, fuel delivery, and emissions control. While failures related to the ECM are relatively rare compared to other issues, they can certainly occur under specific circumstances. For instance, internal circuit failures in the ECM may arise due to factors such as prolonged exposure to moisture, which can lead to water damage, or electrical surges from voltage spikes, both of which disrupt its ability to process signals from critical sensors like the camshaft sensor. I want to stress that you should only consider the ECM as a potential culprit after thoroughly ruling out all other possible issues we've previously discussed. This includes verifying that the camshaft sensor is functioning correctly and is newly installed, ensuring that all wiring and connections are intact and free of corrosion or wear, double-checking that the timing aligns perfectly with manufacturer specifications, and confirming the crank sensor is also operating as intended. If you've conducted a comprehensive examination and the code continues to persist, it may be time to take a closer look at the ECM. It's vital to note that replacing an ECM isn't simply a matter of removing the old unit and installing a new one. The new ECM must be programmed to match your vehicle's specific vehicle identification number, VIN, and options, which often requires specialized diagnostic tools and software. This programming ensures that the ECM can communicate effectively with the various systems of your vehicle and function properly within its unique configuration. So there you have it, the 5 most common culprits behind that frustrating P0340 code. We hope this guide helps you track down the issue and get your car running like new. If you've ever battled a P0340 code, tell us what the fix was in the comments below. Your experience could help someone else in the Fix and Cruise community. If this video helped you out, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more DIY car repair guides. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.